Joining us now on the show is a lawyer, human rights activist, police trainer, President Voters Awareness Initiative, Wale Ogunade. Good morning, sir. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, my sister. How are you?
Very
good.
Good.
Everybody there and all those who are watching.
Yes, thank you for joining us. So my question to you, my first question, obviously, we've seen this is the 13th day of the protest out there. We're hearing stories about the fact that the protesters are not ending. They are getting stronger. In your view as a police trainer, and how do you think they can better control the protesters and also protect them from hoodlums going forward?
No, I will not advise the police to go near the protesters now. As we normally say when we are when I was much younger, those protesters are already taken over by the spirit of Aluta. They are high. Any policeman who goes near them will cause more. They will not know that he's coming for peace or they are coming for peace. They will see them that they are coming to disturb them and they will turn the table against them and it will be violent. So let them just keep away from them. And for me, these boys have already sorted themselves out. I got to spoke with one of them some few seconds ago, and I had Sheon on another channel, that was Sheon Kuti on another channel yesterday. They have organized themselves, and anyone who goes near them will know that indeed they know what they are doing. They are organized, and anybody should not try to disturb them. Disturbing them will lead to mayhem, and I don't think anybody wants any loss of blood. Right. We've had enough loss of blood in this country. Yes. And unfortunately, I was involved. I was consulted by the United Nations in 2006 when I did a proposal because I knew that this thing will happen. I saw the youth, there was nobody taking care of them. For information, I crisscross Nigeria on a regular basis, by road particularly, and sometimes by air. And if anybody who is listening,
we're having a bit of glitch. Yes, internet glitch right there. We're trying to see if we can get
what you really will agree with. Because you see them coming out by 1 o'clock, you see them, there is no program for them, no provisions for them, and that's the result you saw, that you are seeing now. And unfortunately, I saw it coming, and I wrote a proposal to the United Nations that indeed we have to train the police particularly for them to have their activities to have a human face because they were becoming so brutal. And don't forget there was a time in Lagos that the killing, particularly because of 20 naira and 50 naira in the roadblock was becoming so rampant. So we set up it, and of course, luckily the union gave me the proposal and I did some training for them. And we set up, after the training, we proposed that we have a human rights desk, and it started from Lagos. And there's no police station that does not have a human rights desk. And the idea is that they should interface with people with a human face, not that they will look at the instrument of the law and be brutal with them. But unfortunately, that did not. After some time, it went off. And nobody, of course, I guess it was the time of Apovita and this other man, this Hausa man.
All right, let's get a few more questions in for you quickly.
So, Mr. Ogunade, as a police trainer, and since you have also been involved in training the Nigerian police, my question is, obviously there's a failure of the training. So we hear people say, we've seen videos where the police command is talking to fellow police officers and saying, don't you remember what we taught you in training college? One innocent life is more important than, and it's better to let an innocent person live than when trying to get an armed robber. So in your quest of trying to get an armed robber, if an innocent life is a danger, it's better to let that criminal live. And so I'm saying, if they have this sort of training, what is the reason why, what's the reason that they are unable to maintain the trainings that they have when they are out on the streets? Secondly, the environment in which they do this training, we have seen videos. There's a particular video that is now trending, and it shows the horrible condition, the dehumanizing condition that these police officers have to go through. How can someone come from that condition, given a gun, and then expect the person to be okay?
Yeah. In 1999, when democracy just started, I knew that definitely there must be need for training of the police. I went to the police college. Well, I'm a lawyer again, and one day I was coming from the courts, if you know Ikeja very well. you know that the court is in front of the police college, or the police college is in front of the Ikeja High Court. I went in, I said I wanted to see the principal of the college. We discussed a lot, and I said, well, you know, I'm just a principal here, that comes from above, and so on and so forth, because we discussed extensively about the curriculum, even the college itself, the premises, and so on. But be that as it may, after some time, I left since there was no support. I went to Abuja because of it. The police high command was not interested. I now did the proposal I discussed about you with the United Nations, and that flew. And of course, after that's training. Then for in between, when we'll have question and answer during such meetings. And during it, the police officers were saying, yes, okay, you have trained us, but we need things. We need to be well equipped. Our welfare, our future must be guaranteed. What if we die? We see our colleagues that die in the line of duty. Nothing happens to them. But unfortunately, I was given an assignment to train. And after that, I've tried to do one or two follow-up. But again, since the police authority refuses to improve the welfare, to some extent, during the training, we show them pictures of how the police operates in other countries of the world, particularly in Europe and America. They call them ijire in other parts of the world, if you know. They go in twos and they work. They have staff cars. Their welfare is taken care of. They have houses. Again, I'm involved in election activities. During elections, you see policemen, they are drafted for electoral duties. They sleep on the streets. They sleep inside the vehicle that brought them. That's not welfare. And such a person, his psychology is already against the system. So he will now take it against the people.
Okay. So brings me to something I've been saying on Twitter, that we might not be able to get the IGP to dismiss or sack police officers when they understand the condition where they're coming through. And some people are now saying, rather than us asking for dismissal of police officers, let's ask for the dismissal of the IGP. And you've already said that the young people have already gotten into the mindset of Aluta. And so anything coming to them, they'll just see it as, no, we don't agree. So what do you think that the police can do? What can the government do as like a white flag that will show that we're willing to give you something big to ensure you calm down and go and rest? What would you recommend?
I'm a problem solver. Maybe that's my work and that's what I do. Simple. For them to get off the streets. You see, the young man that you spoke with, you interviewed some few seconds ago, said they want to see what government will do, not statements of intention. And to me, what stopped Buhari from calling the governor of Central Bank, and say, yeah, credit each account of all the youths in Nigeria with 100,000 naira. You, Minister of Works, go to set up your offices all over Nigeria, throughout the 774 local government, set up a desk and let people begin to register. As soon as they register, automatically they are employed. The next week, they are given 100,000 again. They will be given average of 200,000 naira per month. These youths will leave the road. Why are there are several youths? If you go around, there are people around you working there. Why are they not on the street? Because they have something doing. As little as 50,000 naira, 20,000 naira can keep these people off the streets. They are not doing that, and they are still going rhetoric. Let me land. I'm a student of history. Let me land. It's doable. It's possible. It's doable.
But would it solve the police brutality problem?
If anyone of you read history, there's somebody called Napoleon Bonaparte. That's what he did to quell the French Revolution. I hope I've made a sense. I've made something. But
we're talking about police brutality, sir. The reason people are protesting is not just because they are hungry. It's because they want to live. It's because they are being killed. Yeah. So the real core issue, yes, we are hungry is additional. But the real core reason is that people are being killed. So how do we solve that problem?
Okay. I'll let you answer that question after this quick break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. We still have our guest, human rights activist and police trainer, President Voters Awareness, Mr. Wale Ogunade. Go ahead, sir.
All right, Mr. Wale. So I understand that when you train people, the training has to be done regularly so that it sticks. And what we hear is that the police college is more like a one-off training. Once you get it, that's it for how many years? And we see how that has, how that has not been very effective in the Nigerian police. And also, I also understand that the mentality that there's something they call preparedness to mentally position them where they can actually assimilate that training, which has to do with welfare and all of that. Now, you being a solution provider, what sort of advice will you give to the police going forward on how to, you know, pattern their training to effectively capture their mental states, and also the regular trainings that they need to keep them abreast of what is happening?
Really, the summation of everything is about the welfare. After the training, what? You train someone and you didn't equip. You train someone and is not given, the welfare is not improved. For your information, policemen buy their uniforms. And for you to know that, you see just three policemen. You see 3 different types of shoes on them, 3 different types of trouser material, and 3 different types of shirts on them. That shows the rot and the problems we have in this system. So it's not just about training. Well, we will do the training, but the system refused to take care and to now put in place structures that will make the training to work. When you train somebody, don't beat people, don't harass, don't shoot people. But again, he's leaving home because he has no money to give to the wife. The children have been sent out of school. He has some psychological problems. He gets to the street, he will see the person who has committed one offense or the other. Ordinarily, he should just be left off the hook, but we now want to deal with that person, using him as a scapegoat to let off steam, in some cases, kill, in some cases, maim, in some cases, be hard on them. I have a simple example. I have a client now who is in jail, who is in Kirikiri prison on remand. He got arrested sometime in January. By the time we were able to perfect his bail and so on, February came because I wasn't briefed on time. And before you know it, Corona came. He's still in prison till now because of an offense that he did not even commit, because he just was caught. Somebody did not just like his face because he wore a uniform. So why won't they do that? Because to them, that's the way to get our society. But if the government and the police high command can release their funds, give them better equipment, give them vehicles. Thank God for some public-spirited individuals and governments of the states that have been helping out with some vehicles and some operational activity. If not, those of us who are a little bit older, some few years ago, you see police going in rickety vehicles. And of course, that's not how it should be. In other countries of the world, the police use the best vehicles. So their cars are even supersonic. They are so fast so that they catch up with criminals who are trying to get away. But in Nigeria, I mean, what can a rickety vehicle do? Again, you don't give them all the equipment.
So, Mr. Wale Ogunade, please, what will be the solution? Who do we hold accountable? Who is responsible for the fact that the police welfare hasn't been coordinated? Who will be responsible? Because today, quickly, sir, I read in the papers today that the Police Trust Fund boss was saying that he is now asking for the IGP to send a 5-year plan. So are we going to hold the Police Trust Fund responsible, or hold the IGP responsible, or commissioners responsible, or president responsible? Who are we holding responsible for this?
I say I will hold Buhari responsible. He's the commander-in-chief of the country. And by virtue of Section 12 of the 1999 Constitution, the welfare and the security of the people is the full purpose of government, the main purpose of government. And if government has failed in that responsibility, then that is the president's work. He's the one that has appointed the Inspector General of Police. He's the one that has appointed members of the Police Service Commission. And he's the one that will see to it that indeed they carry out the mandate as provided for in the Constitution, so that everybody will see how indeed. All these people, thank God for Corona. If not because of Corona, maybe most of them will be out of the country now. Because they are in the country. In fact, it's good that you have seen this thing. I'm sure if not because of Corona, some of them will be outside the country, so they won't know. So they are testing this thing firsthand to know that indeed the youths are angry because
we have to wrap up.
They have refused to.
We have to wrap up with you, sir. But I think that when you hear police reforms, what timelines can we begin to look forward to? Because people are making demands. They want to change now. But with your experience with the police, what kind of timelines can we work with for the reforms to start so we can even see the changes?
You see, my sister, there is nothing that can be possible. There is nothing. Did it take them time to disband SARS? It was a statement just a statement. SARS has been disbanded, and that was it. Just as I said earlier on that you are laughing at me, Emefiele, credit the account of all youths. It will be done. All banks in Nigeria, all youths have accounts in all the banks. Just release the amount. When 2, 3, 4 people begin to see their alerts, they know that government has started work.
Sir,
These
that,
are simple
that
as
will
that.
not work. That will
you
not
say
work,
what?
sir. That will not work because we've had. Government. Excuse me, sir. We've had
impossibility. Yeah. Why can't it work?
We have issues where the SARS operatives were found extorting people. So even with that 100,000 you credit into the account, they will lure you to the ATM and take it from you. No. So that wouldn't work.
We are past that, my sister. The SARS no more exists now. We are past that.
Okay.
We are past that. We are talking of their legitimate income. That's okay.
Okay, Mr. Ogunade, there's another thing that has also aggravated.
The youth will be there, and let them come and kill them.
Yeah. So there's another thing that also.
They have been telling you that what they want is that they want solution.
Okay.
And the solution is that they don't want grammar. They want
action. Point taken. Let me.
So there's one more thing that has caused the protesters.
They are protesting now. Then they see government officials sitting down. Oh yeah, your name. What is your discipline in school? Chemical engineering.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ogunade. Unfortunately, at this point, we have to wrap up. But let me let you throw your
Yes, I was just going to say the SARS SWAT thing. You know, that's another thing that's annoying many of the protesters. And I have heard the police say that it's impossible to leave a vacuum. Do you know anything about just changing a name and then making sure that there's no vacuum while training is going on?
Unfortunately, we won't be able to respond. I have that question answered. I have to run. So thank you very much for joining us this morning. I appreciate you being on the show. We've been speaking with Mr. Wale Ogunade, who is a human rights lawyer, activist, and police trainer. Okay, that's all we can take, ladies. I have a problem with the fact that throwing money at young people will solve the problem. That was in the old times. The young people today, but no, they don't need your money.
Delta State rejected 2 million that was given to them by their governor.
The idea of thought that throwing money at them is going to solve the problem, I think
let's do a more holistic reform.
Yeah. That's all we can take. Have a fabulous day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
You can watch Your View on TVC every Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Nigerian time on DSTV channel 418, GOTV channel 27 and channel 47, StarTimes channel 121 and channel 307, Play TV channel 801 and channel 190, UHF 49, Sky channel 515 for UK viewers. Watch live on Facebook at TVC Connect and on our website tvcentertainment.tv/livestream.